Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to my channel Lotus Astro. As I've just covered with the Rohini Nakshatra, which was the fourth Nakshatra, today I'll be doing the other Nakshatra as well as I'll be covering Mrigashira. So, before we go ahead, for all those who are new to the channel, do subscribe the channel and like the video and share it with your friends and family. Now, Mrigashira, as we all know, is the search quest, you could say. Now, it's the fifth nakshatra in a lunar mansion. So we had Rohini, which was fourth, and Mrigashira is fifth over here. The deity is Soma, or else moon as well over here. Now you know the deer is always in search of food. He keeps searching for food wherever it goes so that it can live longer and to survive. Now the affinity to this, the crescent, it has a very good affinity to the crescent moon. So now Jupiter, it all depends upon which planet is placed in Mrigashira. And how would you know you have a prominent Mrigashira? If you have an ascendant, if your ascendant, if your Atmakaraka, if your moon, or else if your sun is in Mrigashira, or else if you even have your lords of any of your Mahadashas running through, if they are in Mrigashira, then is when we need to see which pada is it, whether it's going to be a good Mahadasha or else it's going to have some difficulty. Every Mahadasha has something to it, good and bad both. It's never that a Mahadasha could be perfect. It will have some of the other issues along with it. There would be. Or even if it's good, maybe the other Mahadasha would have some kind of issues. Now coming back to Mrigashira. Coming back to Mrigashira, as we know that they love traveling to new places and they keep chasing things of interest. They have a lot of friends and a very, very big social circus. Okay. Now, as we all know, Soma is a master of mantras and chanting. It also is the owner of all food grains, wealth, anything concerned to nourishment, anything concerned with, eating. Now these natives are extremely protective about their loved ones, their children, especially when this falls in the Taurus zodiac. When the padas fall in the Taurus, this is seen not in the other padas which fall in the Gemini zodiac, but especially in this, whenever you have your Mrigashira in the Taurus zodiac. Now transformation of this earthly Taurus to the fire Gemini. Now when we all know that there's a lot of fire, there's a lot of earthly energy in Taurus. Now what happens when you have one pada over here? It's just one pada which falls in Taurus, and besides this, then the other pada falls in Gemini. Now we know that Taurus is the earthly sign, and then we have got Gemini, which is the airy sign. Correct. So there's a lot of transformation of energies. Like there are people, who would be seeking a lot of materialistic gains and materialistic satisfactions. However, there are others who would be searching for information to reach that highest goal in life. So that's how we differentiate. The initial pada would give you results of more of the earthly, the materialistic part. But then the other sign, when it moves on to the other pada, to Gemini, it is the airy sign, wherein there's a lot of fluctuations, and you need to be just like a free bird. When you're talking about the earthly signs, more of sthira, it's more of being in one place and working accordingly, having a specific motto. But here, the different padas will give you different results. Now talking about this, a highly reproductive it's a highly reproductive nakshatra, and can have great, it has a very, very strong sense of smell, just as a deer. We know about the deer's musk, right? So just as a deer, it's got a very strong sense of smell. Just as Shravana is all about ears, so Shravana is all about ears, correct? What they hear, or as I should say, what they listen with those special ears. Here, the smell is very, very important. So they love the smell of roses. They love to do a lot of, fast work. What they do is a lot of fast work. They're very, very good at completing their work also. But the dull side of this nakshatra is what that they have this phobia of darkness. They have this phobia of darkness, and they get scared very easily. They get very, very easily scared. And another important thing is that they have this a very high sexual approach at times, though it's not always seen. There are a lot of other factors which are into consideration, but mostly they avoid conflicts, and they have this intense search. So whichever planet is placed over here, say for example it's Jupiter placed over here, what Jupiter will do, the Jupiter will go in search of multiple gurus. Okay, like for example, if Jupiter needs to learn, if I have a Jupiter, that's for example, if I have a Jupiter in Mrigashira, I would go in search of 10 different gurus in terms of knowledge, to get the right knowledge, because it's a seek. The seek would never end. I would keep seeking for new gurus and new learnings, but it could be that that is what is wrong. I should be contented with one. It's all about contentment, which does not happen. Rohini and Mrigashira go along very well, but it is Rohini which gets frustrated, and because Mrigashira keeps searching for someone else, and Rohini wants that kind of attention. So if you understand this chemistry which is going on, you will understand nakshatras very well. It's just a story which you need to understand. Now when you're talking about relationships, they have a lot of failed relationships. Why? They're never contented with one. What actually happens, say for example you're in a relationship and your partner needs attention. However, instead of giving your partner attention, you're more attentive to all the others, whether male or female, depending upon your sex. So your partner would get frustrated, and then you'll be left without anyone, and you'll go for somebody else. The same problem will happen with the other person. It all depends upon which planet is sitting in that nakshatra, and as per that you will be able to gauge the results. Now talking about Padas, the first Pada is governed by Sun. It falls in the Leo Navamsh. So well built, very egoistic, all the Sun qualities, passionate in life, intellectual, well educated, and having the dignity in position, and having that command over themselves, the leadership qualities, all that Sun does. So yes, it's very important how exactly, whether Sun is being afflicted by something, it's in conjunction. Pada 2 falls in the Virgo Navamsh. Mercury is the ruler here, so knowledgeable, however stingy. They lack progeny at times. I've seen it in a couple of charts, but it's not for sure. They do not, I wouldn't say that they lack progeny. At times they lack progeny. More of an intellectual Pada, more of communicative. So you'll see people doing very well in communication and anything intellectual, anything in terms of what is Mercury. Trading is also seen from here. Commissioning is also seen from here. Talking about 3, it's Libra, the Venus Navamsh. So here is where you see the givers, the people who love to give others things. They have the knowledge of scriptures. They are pure, creative. They love social work, media. They're really inclined to business partnerships, and love marriages, and a good married life, and having all the luxuries. So it's a good pada, because see, it's falling in Gemini, and even overall when you see Venus goes hand in hand with Gemini. Talking about the 4th pada, this is the Scorpion Navamsh, and Mars is the ruler over here. Now daring, yet always, they are very daring, however they are always hurt for some reasons. They get hurts on the head region. Sick, though they are they at times, they most of the times, I would say, not at times, they are sick, and they're always interested towards the search, or towards, the darker side of like astrology, the occult, tarot. Then very good healers like Reiki masters, anybody into healing therapies, more of the eighth house related. Because what is the Scorpio Navmansh? It's ruled, it's your eighth house, and it's ruled by Mars, another difficult and a heavy energy. And now when you have a nakshatra falling in this specific domain of Mars, which is the eighth Navmansh of Scorpion. So what actually will happen, this person will be more of interested in satisfying his soul and seeking that utmost truth, whether it's through astrology or any of the alternative things which I spoke about. So overall, it's a good nakshatra, but what I understand here is a search which drives a person crazy. Now, what exactly is your search, and what aspect of your life is driving you crazy? That depends upon which is the planet, and which is the area for getting all that attention. See, which is the area which is taking that attention of yours, and seeking that kind of clarity. And it's very very important for this nakshatra that they get satisfied with what they have, which is very difficult. So please do like the video and share it and subscribe to my channel, and I'll be back with my next video soon on the next nakshatra. Thank you so much for watching.